Welcome back, everybody. Our third parabola that we're going to be looking at is going to be y equals a times x squared. So what we're doing is we are putting a coefficient in front of the x squared. So as we think back to our very first parabola, y equals x squared. Well, in that situation, the value of a was 1. And that's what we see here. This is our very first parabola, y equals x squared, where the value of a is 1. Now, as that value a gets bigger, think about it. If I've got x squared and I times it by 2, that's going to cause my y value to get bigger. So look what happens now. As the value of a gets bigger and bigger, watch what happens to the parabola. As a goes from 1 to 2, let's look at the parabola. As a goes from 1 up to 2, we see the parabola got steeper. And as it goes up to 3, even steeper yet. So as the value of a gets bigger and bigger, our parabola grows more and more quickly. So that's as far as this slider took me now. This is an example of y equals 5x squared. We can see the parabola got really steep really quick. Now we're going to go back the other way. As the parabola, or rather as that value of a gets smaller and smaller, we can see the parabola getting flatter. Now we're back to our original y equals x squared. So now a is getting smaller and smaller, and we can see the parabola getting flatter and flatter. A is equal to 0.1. And then when a came out to be 0, what happened to the parabola? Where did it go? Well, think about it. If a is 0, what's 0 times anything? 0. That means if a is 0, our quadratic is gone. We've only got the line y equals 0, which is a flat line. So there's a little concept behind the procedure. If we're talking about a value a here, it cannot be 0. If a is 0, we lose our quadratic and just have a straight line. So let's keep going now with our value of a into the negatives. As soon as I get to a being negative 0.1, pop, the parabola is back. So that's a being negative 0.1. And as a gets more and more negative, we can see our parabola getting steeper and steeper, but opening up, going downwards. So there's a little use of GeoGebra and some sliders talking about y equals ax squared. Next one coming up.